it's Miss Stilwell and Hudson back to continue reading the Jungle Book today. If you remember, last time we left off with Mowgli having killed Shere Khan, and with Akela's help, he was able to convince the chief from the village to let him keep the hide so that he could bring it to Council Rock for all the wolves as he had promised. So it was twilight when Mowgli finished his work. He left the tiger skin with Gray Brother to guard it. "Now we must take the buffalo home," he said. "Help me herd them, Akela." As the herd neared the misty village, Mowgli saw lights. The sound of shouting, banging, and bells filled the air. Half the village waited by the gate. Mowgli thought they were celebrating because he had killed Shere Khan. But as he drew closer, stones whistled past his ears, and the villagers shouted, "Wolf sprat! Sorcerer! Jungle demon! Go away! Shoot him, Buldeo!" Buldio's gun went off with a bang, and a young buffalo bellowed in pain. "It's more sorcery," the villagers shouted. "He can turn bullets! Buldeo, that was your buffalo!" Mowgli did not understand what was happening. The stones kept flying. "They are like the pack, these new brothers of yours," Akela said, sitting calmly by. "I think they are trying to cast you out." "Wolf! Wolf cub! Go away!" the priest shouted and waved a stick. "Again?" Mowgli asked. "Last time it was because I was a man. This time it's because I am a wolf. Let's go, Akela." Suddenly, Mesua ran toward him. "Oh, my son," she cried. "They say you are a sorcerer and you can turn yourself into a beast. I do not believe it, but please go away or they will kill you. I know you have avenged Nathu's death. Come back, Mesua, or we will throw stones at you too," the villagers shouted. Mowgli started to laugh, but it was cut short by a stone that hit him in the mouth. "Go back, Mesua. This is only one of the foolish tales they will tell under the tree at dusk. I have paid for your son's life, but go now quickly. I will send the herd in more swiftly than their stones. Now, once more, Akela," Mowgli cried. The buffalo were anxious to go home. They did not need Akela to convince them. They charged the gate at full speed, scattering the crowd. "Keep count," Mowgli shouted. "I may have stolen one of them. Keep count, for I shall do your herding no more. Farewell, children of men. Be thankful to Mesua. It is for her sake that I will not come to with my wolves to hunt you in your streets." Mowgli turned on his heel and walked away with Akela by his side. As he walked, he looked up at the stars and felt happy. "No more sleeping in traps for me," he said. "Come, let's get Shere Khan's skin and go." As the moon rose, the villagers watched Mowgli trot across the plain with 2 wolves at his heels and a bundle on his head. They banged the temple bells and blew conches as loudly as they could. Mesua cried, and Buldeo told the story, embellishing it more and more. In the end, he finished it by saying that Akela had stood up on his hind legs and spoken like a man. The moon was just going down when Mowgli and the 2 wolves came to Mother Wolf's cave. "They have cast me out of the man pack, Mother," Mowgli said, "but I have returned with the hide of Shere Khan to keep my word." Mother Wolf walked out of the cave with her 4 youngest cubs behind her. Her eyes glowed when she saw the tiger's skin. "I told him on the day he shoved his head into our cave that the hunter would become the hunted. Well done, little frog." "Well done, little brother," said a deep voice in the thicket. "We have been lonely in the jungle without you." Bagheera came running and stood by Mowgli's bare feet. Then together they climbed up to Council Rock. Mowgli spread the skin on the stone where Akela used to sit and held it fast with bamboo slivers. Akela lay down upon it and called to the council, "Look! Look well, O wolves!" exactly as he had done when Mowgli was first brought here. Although the pack had been without a leader since Mowgli left, they answered Akela's call. Without a leader, they had been left to hunt on their own. Some were lame from traps, and some limped from wounds. Others were mangy from eating bad food. Many were missing. All that were left answered the call and saw Shere Khan's hide on the rock, with its huge claws dangling down. Then Mowgli began to sing. It was a song without any rhymes that came into his throat all by itself. He shouted it aloud, leaping up and down on the skin until he was out of breath. Gray Brother and Akela howled between the verses. "Look well, O wolves! Have I kept my word?" Mowgli asked when he was finished. "Yes," the wolves bade. Then a tattered-looking wolf howled, "Lead us again, Akela! Lead us, man cub! We want to be a pack once more." "No," Bagheera purred. When your bellies are full, you may go mad again. You fought for this freedom, and now it is yours. Eat it, O wolves. Man pack and wolf pack have cast me out, Mowgli said. Now I will hunt alone in the jungle. We will hunt with you, said the 4 wolves Mowgli had grown up with. From that day on, Mowgli hunted in the jungle, but Mowgli was not always alone. Years later, he became a man and married, but that is a story for grown-ups. And that's the end of that little section. We have one section left called Riki Tiki Tabi. I want you to think about, we heard a lot of different characters than we have seen in the movie, if you've watched the movie before. If you haven't, maybe this break is a time that you could watch it and compare some of the characters in the storyline from the book to the movie and see what you think. Why were some of the characters left out of the movie, or why were there some different ones involved in it? And you can have some talks with your family about it. All right, everybody have a great day.